नमः शिवाय। मम नाम सौम्या मिश्रा। अहं सप्तम्यां कक्षायां पठामि। अधुना अहं युवादिवसस्य उपलक्ष्ये एकं गीतं प्रस्तौमि। भुवनमण्डले नवयुगमुदयतु सदा विवेकानन्दमयं सुविवेकमयं स्वानन्दमयम्। भुवनमण्डले नवयुगमुदयतु सदा विवेकानन्दमयं सुविवेकमयं स्वानन्दमयम्। तमोमयं जनजीवनमधुना तमोमयं जनजीवनमधुना निष्क्रियतालस्य ग्रस्तं निष्क्रियतालस्याग्रस्तं रजोमयमिदं किं वा बहुधा रजोमयमिदं किं वा बहुधा क्रोधलोभमोहाभिहतं क्रोधलोभमोहाभिहतं। भक्तिज्ञाने कर्मविज्ञाने भक्तिज्ञाने कर्मविज्ञाने भवतु सात्विको द्योतमयं भवतु सात्विको द्योतमयं सदा विवेकानन्दमयं सदा विवेकानन्दमयं सुविवेकमयं स्वानन्दमयं सुविवेकमयं स्वानन्दमयं। धन्यवाद।
Om Namah Shivaya. Today, I, Vidushi Chaudhary of class 7C is going to speak about Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda has influenced young minds to walk on the path of enlightenment for more than a centennial. Stretching his wings of spirituality out of the world, he started a revolution which still resonates among millions of his followers. Born on Jan 12, 1863, Vivekananda's teachings continues to be a powerhouse of knowledge. From a young age, he took delight in various subjects including religious, philosophy, art, literature, etc. He was also drawn towards the sacred books of Hindu religion. He also started meditating before the idols of Lord Shiva, Ram, and Mahavir Hanuman. Curiosity in his eyes and the desire to get closer to the supreme power, he once asked his guru, Sri Ramakrishna, "Have you seen God?" Without any qualm, his master replied, "Yes, I have. I see him as clearly as I see you, only in a much intense sense." The pain of the loss of his dear ones gave him a sense of inner awakening, and he founded the Ramakrishna Mission and extended his knowledge to the West. Even after his death on July 4, 1902, his word of wisdom echoed through the walls of the spiritual world. Each soul is potentially divine. The goal is to manifest this divinity within by controlling nature, external and internal. Do this either day work or worship or mental discipline or philosophy. By one or more or all of these and be free. He spelled out the 4 pathways of attaining moksha from the worldly pleasure and attachment in his books: Raj Yoga, Karma Yoga, Janana Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. Thank you.
Om Namah Shivaya. Today I, Umra Rafiq of class 7D, is going to share my thoughts on Swami Vivekananda, of those who started a new awakening in India. Swami Vivekananda was unequal. Swamiji was born on January 12, 1863 in Kolkata. His family name was Narendranath Datta. His father, Vishwanath Datta, was well versed in English and Persian. Professionally, he was a successful lawyer in the Kolkata High Court. His mother was a charismatic woman who had influenced Naren from his childhood. She played a major role in shaping his character. She first gave Naren English lessons and made him familiar with Bengali alphabets. Naren graduated from an English college in Kolkata and passed his BA examinations. He wished to study law, but after the death of his father, his financial conditions didn't allow him to do so. He was a good singer once. Ramakrishna Paramhansa heard him singing a bhakti song and asked him to visit Dakshineshwar, where he was a priest in the Kali. Since childhood, Naren has been keen to see God face to face. He asked many religious men about his wish in the past, but no one satisfied him. Ramakrishna told Naren he can see God in the same form as he can see him. Naren was not convinced. He wanted the saint to prove it. As time passed, Naren experienced that beautiful divine in his life. He became the most influential disciple of the saint. His teacher taught him that God lives in every human being. So by serving humanity, we can serve God. With his teaching, he founded the Ramakrishna Mission in his later life. To this day, his mission is engaged in voluntary social service for the poor and needy. Naren was later named Swami Vivekananda after becoming a monk. He traveled to America in 1893 to attend the World Religious Parliament in Chicago. In his lengthy speech, Swami Vivekananda explained to the world that God is one and that different religions are like different rivers merging in the same sea. Swamiji's teachings left a great impact on the Indian socio-cultural traditions. His teachings focused on the themes of Vedas and Upanishads. For him, every single soul is divine. Unfortunately, the divine soul of Swami Vivekananda left this world on 4 July 1902 at an early age of 39. His name is written in golden words in India. He is role model for not only the people of his country but also for the whole world. We should also make efforts to follow his path and become a better person. Thanks.
Om Namah Shivaya to all. We all know that 12th January is the birthday of Swami Vivekananda, the one who is credited for introducing Vedanta and yoga to the Western world. We also know that 12th January is celebrated as National Youth Day every year. But very less of us are aware that why it is celebrated and what is its importance. Today, I, Shreya of class 7D, school Amrita Vidyalayam, is going to tell you about National Youth Day and about the person to whom it is dedicated to. Swami Vivekananda ji, born Narendranath Datta, was a great Indian Hindu monk. He was born into an aristocratic Bengali Kayastha family on 12 January 1863 in the city of Calcutta, West Bengal, to Vishwanath Datta and Bhuvneshwari Devi. At the age of 8 years, he went to Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar's Metropolitan Institution, where he went to school until his family moved to the city of Raipur. He was the chief disciple of the 19th century mystic Ramakrishna Paramhansa and had a very close relationship with his guru. He visited many foreign countries, which includes Canada, Japan, China, and United States of America. On 11 September 1893, he delivered a motivational speech explaining about Hinduism, Vedanta and Yoga at the Parliament of Religion, which was held at Chicago in the United States of America. His life tenure was not so long and he finally said goodbye at an early age of 39 years. But great men never die. Their thoughts and philosophies always get revolving in one's mind. In 1984, the government declared 12 January as the National Youth Day. The government quoted that this day has been declared as National Youth Day so that the young generation and young people get inspired by the philosophies of Swami Vivekananda ji and follow on his footsteps. One of the most famous slogans said by him is, "Arise, awake, and stop not until the goal is achieved." He was a great man and a gift of God to us. May his teachings be immortal for more than the next 100 generations. Thank you and Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Today IOV of class 7D is going to tell you about Swami Vivekananda on the occasion of Youth Day. It was the decision of the Government of India taken in the year 1984 to celebrate the birthday of great Swami Vivekananda, that is 12th January, as National Youth Day. Every year, the Government of India quoted that the philosophy of Swamiji and the ideals for which he lived and worked could be a great source of inspiration for Indian Youth Day. On 12th January 2013, the former Indian Prime Minister Manmohan Singh told in his address at the inauguration of a 4-year-long celebration of Swami Vivekananda's 50th birth anniversary. What Gandhi ji said captures the great importance of spreading Swami Vivekananda's ideas and ideals among the youth in our country today. He personified the eternal energy of youth and their restless quest for truth. It is entirely fitting that the Government of India has declared 12th January, the birthday of Swami Vivekananda, as National Youth Day. We must work hard to spread his message all over the world. The National Youth Day takes place all over India at schools and colleges with processions, speeches, music, youth conversations, seminars, yoga asanas, presentation, competition in essay writing, recitation, sports on 12th January every year. Swami Vivekananda's lectures and writings, deriving their inspiration from Indian spiritual tradition and the broad outlook of his master Sri Ramakrishna. These were the sources of inspiration and have motivated numerous youth organizations, study circles, service projects involving youth. Om Namah Shivaya. Today I will tell you more about Swami Vivekananda on the occasion of Youth Day. It was the decision of the Government of India taken in the year 1984 to celebrate the birthday of great Swami Vivekananda, that is 12th January, as National Youth Day. Every year, the Government of India quoted that the philosophy of Swamiji and the ideals for which he lived and worked could be a great source of inspiration for Indian Youth Day. On 12th January 2013, the former Indian Prime Minister Manmohan Singh told in his address at the inauguration of a 4-year-long celebration of Swami Vivekananda's 50th birth anniversary. What Gandhi ji said captures the great importance of spreading Swami Vivekananda's ideas and ideals among the youth in our country today. He personified the eternal energy of youth and their restless quest for truth. It is entirely fitting that the Government of India has declared 12th January, the birthday of Swami Vivekananda, as National Youth Day. We must work hard to spread his message all over the world. The National Youth Day takes place all over India at schools and colleges with processions, speeches, music, youth conversations, seminars, yoga asanas, presentation, competition in essay writing, recitation, sports on 12th January every year. Swami Vivekananda's lectures and writings, deriving their inspiration from Indian spiritual tradition and the broad outlook of his master Sri Ramakrishna. These were the sources of inspiration and have motivated numerous youth organizations, study circles, service projects involving youth.
Om Namah Shivaya. My name is Rohan and today I would like to tell you about the biography of Swami Vivekananda. Vivekananda was born as Narendranath, also known as Narendra or Naren, in a Bengali family at his ancestral home at 3 Gormohan Mukherjee Street in Calcutta. On 12 January 1863, during the festival of Makar Sankranti, he belonged to a traditional family and was one of the 9 siblings. He was an Indian monk and was the chief disciple of Ramakrishna. He was a key figure in the Indian philosophy of Vedanta and Yoga to the Western world. He was a major force in the revival of Hinduism and contributed to the concept of Indian nationalism as a tool to fight against the British Empire in colonial India. He is the founder of Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission. He is perhaps best known for his speech, which begins with the word "Brother and Sisters of America," in which he introduced Hinduism at the Parliament of World's Religions in Chicago in 1893. He died on 4 July 1902 at the age of 39. Thank you and Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Today I, Nidhi Kohli of class 7D, will say something about Swami Vivekananda. National Youth Day is celebrated on 12 January, being the birthday of Swami Vivekananda. In 1984, the Government of India declared this day as National Youth Day. And since 1985, the event is celebrated in India every year. To honor his many contributions to the country, the Government of India in the year 1984 declared his birthday as National Youth Day, and the day has been celebrated since. On this day, the country's youth is expected to rise to the values, principles, and beliefs that the great monk lived by. As the government rightly said, in 1984, the philosophy of Swamiji and the ideals for which he lived and worked could be a great source of inspiration for the Indian youth today. The main objective is to promote rational thinking among the youth, believed to be the future of the country. It expected of the youth to rise to the occasion, fight for the right, and channel their inner energies, just like Swami Vivekananda would have. Numerous functions are organized by schools and colleges, where the young minds are. Speeches, music, recitation, and essay writing competitions, yogasanas, are held on this day. Students are encouraged to tap into their spirituality. Thank you and Om Namah Shivaya.
Swami Vivekananda was one of the tallest persons the world has ever seen in the last few centuries. He firmly believed that the nation's youth held the key for solving various problems. He repeatedly gave the call for the youths to awake, arise, and work for the nation and its people. He said to the youth of the country, "What I want is muscles of iron and nerves of steel, inside which dwells a mind of same material as that of which the thunderbolt is made." Supreme value of youth period is incalculable and indefinable. Your happiness, your success, your honor, and your good name all depend upon the way in which you live now, in this present period. Remember this, the wonderful period of the first state of your life is related to you as the soft wet clay in the hands of the potter. Skillfully, the potter gives it the right and correct shape and form which he intends to give. Likewise, you can wisely mold your life, your character, your physical health, your strength, in short, your entire nature in any way in which you make up your mind to do. And you must do this now. O fortunate youth, recognize this great duty. Feel this wonderful privilege. Take up this adventure. God watches you graciously, ever ready to help and guide. I wish you to be great. This will bring supreme satisfaction and fulfillment, not only to you but also to all those concerned. The shaping of your life is indeed in your own hands.
Om Namah Shivaya. Today I am Akshi Bhakuni of class 7C wants to share a life incident of Swami Vivekananda's life. But before that, I want to share a few poem lines that Swamiji wrote. It said that if the sun is hidden by the clouds a bit, if the welkin shows but glooms, still hold on yet a while, brave heart, the victory is sure to come. Now I would like to share the life incident of Swami Vivekananda's life that always inspires us. When Swamiji was in America, he was watching some boys. They were standing on a bridge and were shooting the eggshells that were floating on the river. But whenever they were aiming, they were not able to shoot the target and were missing their target. And they were getting annoyed after that. Then Swamiji took the gun and shooted the targets. And he was successful in shooting all the targets. The boys were shocked and asked Swamiji, "Wow, how did you do that?" Swamiji said, whatever you are doing, you have to put your whole mind onto it. If you are shooting, then you should only focus on the target, and then you will be able to successfully hit the target. If you are learning any lesson, then you have to focus on the lesson. Then you will remember the lesson throughout your life. In my country, boys are taught to do this. So, from this inspirational incident, we can say that if we focus on any of the tasks, we can complete the task with total perfection. Now, I would like to share one thought that Swamiji said for the youth. Youth is the best time. The way in which you utilize this period will decide the nature coming years that lie ahead of you. I want to repeat it. Youth is the best time. The way in you utilize this period will decide the nature of coming years that lie ahead of you. Thank you.
Om Namah Shivaya. My name is Aditi Singh and I am from class 7B. Today, on the occasion of National Youth Day, I am going to deliver a speech on the messages given by Swami Vivekananda to the youth of India. So as you all very well know that Swami Vivekananda was a great Indian saint. He was a figure with high thinking and simple living. He was a great pious leader, a philosopher, and also a great personality with great principles. On the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda on 12th of January, National Youth Day is celebrated across the country. His ideologies, his teachings and his philosophies are propagated on this day every year. Now my friends, listen to the messages given by Swami Vivekananda. He said, "Each soul is potentially divine. Everything that is strong, good and powerful in human nature is the outcome of that divinity. All power is within you. Believe in that. Do not believe that you are weak. Stand up and express the divinity within you. Arise, awake, sleep no more. Within each of you is the power to remove all wants and all miseries." Further, Swamiji called to the youth of India that conviction of all powers of goodness, absence of jealousy and suspicion, helping all who are trying to be and do good are the three things necessary to make every man great, every nation great. So my friends, do follow the messages and the path of self-awakening given by Swami Vivekananda to the youth of India. Thank you.
Everything is easy when you are busy, but nothing is easy when you are lazy. Om Namah Shivaya. My name is Ishika Gupta and I study in class 7B in Amrita Vidyalayam. Swami Vivekananda was one of the greatest person the world has ever seen in the last few centuries. He was a monk, a patriot, an excellent orator, and a lifelong karma yogi who dedicated each and every second of his adult life for the sake of country, its people, and Sanatana Dharma. His life's mission was to see India and its people rise and reclaim its past glory. His birth anniversary is celebrated as National Youth Day. Today, even in modern era, youth follow his words and is trying to assimilate his teachings. Especially for the youngsters, Swami Vivekananda's message is simply about religious harmony and peace. He describes how people take different paths in life but ultimately reach the divine. Swami Vivekananda firmly believed that the nation's youth held the key for solving various problems facing India. His teachings will always be relevant. Thank you and Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Today I, Lavanya Kapoor, is going to tell you about an auspicious event called the National Youth Day or the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda. The National Youth Day is celebrated on 12th January every year. In 1984, the Government of India declared this day as the National Youth Day. Since 1985, this day is celebrated. This day is celebrated to honor the contributions of Swami Vivekananda. The main aim of this event is to promote rational thinking among the youth, which is the future generation of the country. South Africans today pay tribute to the lives of children and recognize the role of youth. The Soweto uprising movement is commemorated also here. The National Youth Day is observed by the branch centers and India worldwide. It is also celebrated in schools and colleges
where they prepared seminars, PPTs, yoga asanas, essay making competitions are there, etc. The writings of Swami Vivekananda derived inspiration from his master Sri Ram Paramhans, Ramakrishna Paramhans. His writings also derived inspiration from another source called Indian and Spiritual Tradition. So I hope you all got to know a lot through this video about the National Youth Day or the birthday of Swami Vivekananda, who was a great inspirational and motivational leader. Thank you.
Om Namah Shivaya. My name is Anshuman Bharti. I study in 7B. Today I am going to talk about Swami Vivekananda. On 12th January, Youth Day is celebrated, being the birthday of Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda was born on 12th January 1863 in Kolkata. His father's name was Vishwanath Dutt and mother's name was Bhuvneshwari Devi. His childhood name was Narendra Nath Dutt. He studied in Kolkata Metropolitan School. His guru name was Ramakrishna. He later studied in Presidency College of Kolkata. He was the founder of Ramakrishna Mission, Ramakrishna Math and Vedanta Society of New York. Now I am going to talk about his famous quotes which he introduced to youths. Arise, awake and stop not until the goal is reached. Another quote, in the conflict between your brain and your heart, follow your heart. Last quote, believe in yourself and the world will be at your feet. In 1893, Swami Vivekananda given his speech to Chicago by saying brothers and sisters of America, which is very appreciated in America. He spread Hinduism to all over the world. He finally leave his soul on earth on 4th July 1902. Thank you.
Namah Shivaya. My name is Anvita. Today I am going to say a quote of Swami Vivekananda. Believe in yourself and the world will be at your feet. Thank you.
Om Namah Shivaya. My name is Shyan Chaudhary and I am going to speak a few words about Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda was born in Calcutta on 12 January 1863. He was called Narendranath in his childhood. He was the disciple of Guru Ramakrishna Paramhansa. He had the significant role in the spread of Hinduism and Hindu culture worldwide. His speech at Chicago on Hinduism had stunned the entire audience. He established the Ramakrishna Mission with an objective to refine and spread Hindu culture. On 4 July 1902, he met his death at Belur Math, which is now West Bengal. One of his famous sayings is, take up one idea, make that idea your life, dream of it, think of it, live on that idea. Thank you very much.
Om Namah Shivaya. My name is Adyan from 2nd A. Vivekananda said, believing others is easy, but believing in yourself, that's the real challenge. Thank you.
ओम नमः शिवाय। मैं निधि मिश्रा। आज मैं आपको स्वामी विवेकानंद पर एक कविता सुनाने वाली हूँ। जब भारत के मस्तक पर मुस्लिम का बोलबाला था, धर्मांतरण की आंधी का जहगोल प्रभाव विकरा जाता, तब भारत के युवा संत ने धर्म बाण संभाला था। कितनी भीड़ पड़ा हो चाहे कहा वो हटने वाला था। धर्म सम्मेलन की सभा में ज्ञानियों की प्रभा में केसरिया लबादा ओढ़े वो एक प्रवाना था। वो सन्यासी वो वैराटी देश का जवाहरलाल निराला था, तब भारत के युवा संत ने धर्मभार संभाला था, तब भारत के युवा संत ने इतिहास गाड़ निकाला था।
ओम नमः शिवाय। मेरा नाम अयान रावत है। मैं कक्षा तीसरी डी का छात्र हूँ। आज मैं आपको स्वामी विवेकानंद जी के बारे में कुछ पंक्तियाँ सुनाने जा रहा हूँ। एक युवा सन्यासी जिसने सोच बदल दी दुनिया की, निर्धन शोषित पीड़ित के प्रति जिसके मन में करुणा थी, वह नरेन से बना विवेकानंद अभी इस जग में जाना। उनकी प्रतिभा, उनके कौशल का सबने लोहा माना। उन्होंने दुनिया को बदलाया। एक देश है भारत भी, उनकी पूजा अर्चना थी बस भारत माता ही। भारत की संस्कृति के ध्वज को जिसने यूं फहराया था, उनके ही कारण स्वाभिमान जनमानस में गहराया था। धन्यवाद।
ओम नमः शिवाय। मेरा नाम मोहम्मद अहद अंसारी है। मैं कक्षा फर्स्ट ए में पढ़ता हूँ। स्वामी विवेकानंद भारत के एक महान महापुरुष थे, जिन्होंने दुनिया भर में भारत का नाम रोशन किया। उनका जन्म 12 जनवरी 1863 को कलकत्ता में हुआ था। उनके बचपन का नाम नरेंद्र नाथ दत्त था। हर साल स्वामी विवेकानंद के जन्मदिन पर राष्ट्रीय युवा दिवस मनाया जाता है। उन्होंने रामकृष्ण मिशन की स्थापना की थी। आज मैं स्वामी विवेकानंद को याद करते हुए एक कविता सुनाने जा रहा हूँ। जन जन की है मांग धरा पर, युग परिवर्तक फिर आओ, आओ पुनः युवाओं में नरेंद्र नाथ बनकर आओ। अल्पायु में ज्ञान दिया जो फिर से उसे सुना जाओ। विश्व धर्म परिषद में आकर फिर पहचान बना जाओ। भारत माँ की इच्छा है फिर विश्व पटल पर छा जाओ, फिर विश्व पटल पर छा जाओ। धन्यवाद।
Om Namah Shivaya. My name is Nimrat Kaur. I will tell you about Swami Vivekanand quote. Arise, awake, and stop not until the goal is reached. Thank you. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. My name is Paresha Chandra and I am from class 5B. Today I am going to recite a poem written by APJ Abdul Kalam, Song of Youth. As a young citizen of India, armed with technology, knowledge and love for my nation, I realize small aim is a crime. I will work and sweat for the great vision, the vision of transforming India into a developed nation powered by economic strength with value system. I will keep the lamp of knowledge burning to achieve the vision, developed India. If we work and sweat for the great vision with ignited minds, the transformation leading to the birth of vibrant developed India will happen. Thank you and Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. I am Bhavishya, student of class 4th D. Today I am going to tell you about Swami Vivekanand. Born as Narendranath Datta on 12th January 1863, Swami Vivekanand is considered one of the chief saints of India. He was intelligent since childhood, an avid reader of various subjects including history, religion, art, social science and literature. His birth anniversary is celebrated as National Youth Day. Swami Vivekananda taught us, arise, awake, but do not stop until the goal is reached. Jai Hind.
Om Namah Shivaya. My name is Apurv Shekhar. Today I am going to talk about Swami Vivekanand. Swami Vivekananda was a great Indian saint. He was born in Kolkata on 12th January 1863. His real name was Narendranath Datta. He took higher education abroad and come to India and served the social reform and religion. He was chief disciple of Ramakrishna Paramhans. He founded Ramakrishna Mission. He had attended and delivered a speech at the Institute of Chicago, which is still famous. He has written many books. He was a figure with simple living and high thinking. He died at an early age of 39 in the year 1902. Thank you.
Om Namah Shivaya, respected teachers and my dear friends. Today I am in front of you presenting my view on Swami Vivekananda. So dear friends, among the people who has started a new awakening in India, Swami Vivekananda was instrumental. Swami Ji was gifted with strong, intelligent mind and high thinking. Let me tell you some inspirational quotes by Swami Ji. You can't believe in God until you believe in yourself. We are what thoughts have made us, so be careful what you think. Truth can be stated in 1,000 different ways, yet each of it can be true. These quotes emit positive vibes and motivate us to become a better person each and every day. With Swami Ji's positive saying and an action, the world will surely become a better place. Jai Hind. Om Namah Shivaya. I am Suchandra Roy. Today I am going to speak a few lines on National Youth Day. India celebrates National Youth Day on January 12. This date was chosen to celebrate the birthday of Swami Vivekananda. He was one of India's greatest spiritual and social leaders. He believed that youth with muscles of iron and nerves of steel could bring about social change. He was a great thinker who took India's message to the entire world. Even today, his teachings are alive in our minds and hearts. Thank you.
ओम नमः शिवाय। मेरा नाम दर्श है। मैं कक्षा प्रथम का छात्र हूँ। आज मैं आप सभी को स्वामी विवेकानंद जी के बारे में बताने जा रहा हूँ। उनका पूरा नाम नरेंद्रनाथ दत्त है। उनका जन्म 12 जनवरी 1863 में हुआ था। उनके जन्म दिवस को हम राष्ट्रीय युवा दिवस के रूप में मनाते हैं।
ओम नमः शिवाय। मेरा नाम हर्षिका चौहान है। मैं कक्षा 3 में पढ़ती हूँ। आज मैं आप सबको स्वामी विवेकानंद जी के ऊपर एक कविता सुनाऊंगी। भारत के इतिहास की गौरवशाली गाथा गाती हूँ। आज मैं आपको स्वामी विवेकानंद जी की जीवनी सुनाती हूँ। 12 जनवरी 1863 को कोलकाता में लिया इन्होंने जन्म। पिता विश्वनाथ, माँ भुवनेश्वरी बुलाते इन्हें नरेंद्र। कोशाग्र बुद्धि, अदम्य साहस थी इनमें बचपन से भरी। धैर्य, तर्क शक्ति सहित थे ये बहुमुखी प्रतिभा के धनी। एक दिन यह भगवान के अस्तित्व पर कर बैठे तर्क। इनकी इस जिज्ञासा का समाधान किए गुरु रामकृष्ण परमहंस। गुरु रामकृष्ण के छत्र छाया में इन्होंने दीक्षा पाई। सन 1893 शिकागो में भारतीय सभ्यता और संस्कृति की मान बढ़ाई। अमेरिकी भाइयों और बहनों शब्द से जब की भाषण की शुरुआत, तालियों की गड़गड़ाहट से गूंजा पूरा हॉल। रामकृष्ण मठ, रामकृष्ण मिशन की उन्होंने स्थापना। उठो, जागो 4 जुलाई 1902 को इन्होंने त्यागी अपनी देह। स्वामी विवेकानंद जी तो माँ भारती के नंदन है। युवाओं के प्रेरणा स्रोत को कोटि कोटि नमन है। कोटि कोटि नमन है। धन्यवाद।
Take risk in your life. If you win, you can lead. If you lose, you can guide. Om Namah Shivaya. My heartiest greetings to Honorable Principal Ma'am, teachers and my dear friends. Myself, Damandeep Singh from class 1st C. Today I am going to speak about the greatest master of India, Swami Vivekanand. Swami Vivekanand, one of the India's greatest leader. He was born on 12th January 1863 in Calcutta. He was a gifted child with high thinking, intelligent mind and strong willpower. He had a full knowledge of Vedas. He was a wonderful disciple of Ram Krishna Paramhans. In 1893, after listening his powerful speech in Chicago, about 7,000 people stood and played applause for about 2 minutes. He said goodbye to the world at a very early age of 39. But the great men never die because their thoughts always remain alive. Thank you. Have a great day.
Om Namah Shivaya. I am Avantika from KGA. Today I am going to talk about Swami Vivekanandan. He was a great thinker. He was born in Kolkata. His few thoughts are: who is helping you? Don't forget them. Who is loving you? Don't hate them. Who is believing you? Don't shade them. If you like me, I am in your heart. If you hate me, I am in your mind. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you. Namah Shivaya. My name is Harshika Nohani. Today I am playing the role of Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda was a great leader and philosopher. He was born on 12 January 1863 in Kolkata. Number 3, his mother name was Bhuvneshwari Devi and his father name was Vishwanath Datta. Number 4, his childhood name was Narendranath Datta. Number 5, he was a figure with simple living and high thinking. Number 6, on 12th January, his birthday is celebrated as National Youth Day in India. Number 7, he died on 4th July 1902 at Bilor, Madhya. Thank you. Swami
Vivekananda was a Hindu monk. His original name was Narendranath Datta. He was born in North Calcutta in 1863. He met his Guru Swami Ramakrishna in 1881. He died on 4th July 1902. Om Namah Shivaya. My name is Adiba Khan from Amrita Vidyalayam. Today we are celebrating National Youth Day on birthday of Shri Vivekananda ji. He was great person, philosopher, leader and speaker. He was born on 12th January 1863 in Kolkata. He has written many books just like Raj Yoga, Karma Yoga. According to Shri Vivekananda ji, arise, awake and not stop until a goal is achieved. Thank you.
Namaste, I am Sharmila from class KTC. Vivekananda was born in 1863 in Kolkata. He was born as Narendra Datta. He founded Ramakrishna Mission. He was Hindu monk. His birthday is celebrated as a World Youth Day. Thank you, Namaste.
Om Namah Shivaya. My name is Maya Sharma. Today we are celebrating National Youth Day. Swamiji was born on 12th January in Calcutta. He is a Hindu monk. He followed Guru Ramakrishna Paramhans. He is a very simple man. The birth anniversary of Swamiji is national celebrated as National Youth Day. Thank you.
Good morning all. My name is Sakshat Vipin. I study in KGA. Today I am taught as Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda is a great monk. He is the founder of Ramakrishna Mission. His birthday is celebrated as National Youth Day. His famous quotes are: arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. Who is helping you? Do not forget them. Who is loving you? Do not hate them. Who is believing you? Don't cheat them. Thank you.
Om Namah Shivaya. I am Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda was a good man. He helped poor people. He named Narendra Dutt. He born in Calcutta. Bharat Mata ki Jai. Namah Shivaya. I am Kavivava. I am studying KGD. Today I am going to speak few lines of Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda was a great leader. He was born on 12 July 1863 in Kolkata. His mother name was Bhuvneshwari Devi. His father name was Vishwanath Datta. His childhood name was Narendranath Datta. Was figure with simple living, high thinking. Thank you.
Namah Shivaya. My name is Gabriel. Swami Vivekananda was a Hindu. He was born in Calcutta and Nalanda on 12 January 1863. He had a strong memory since his childhood. He was about 25 years old and he became a monk. His speech in Chicago made him globally famous. Om Namah Shivaya. Thank you.
Om Namah Shivaya. My name is Devan Shukla. I study in KG and now I am going to present about Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda was born 12 January 1863. His childhood name was Narendranath Datta. He founded Ramakrishna Mission and Ramakrishna Math. He is the greatest monk. We celebrated his birthday, Youth Day. He is the best known for his speech in Chicago. Thank you. Om Namah Shivaya. Bye bye.
Welcome, my sisters and brothers. I am Vivekananda. Education is the manifestation of the perfection already in man. Dhanyavad. Namah Shivaya. I am Divanchi. I read in class nursery 8. Today I am Swami Vivekananda. Clear golden rules for life. Who helping you, don't forget them. Who trusting you, don't cheat them. Who loving you, don't hate them. Thank you. Bye bye. Yeah. My name is Vivekananda. जीवन में जब तक जीना है तब तक सीखना है। अनुभव ही जीवन का सर्वोत्तम शिक्षक है। और थैंक यू। My name is Janesh Bhargav. I study class nursery B. My school name is Amrita Vidyalayam. Today I am Swami Vivekananda. My dear brother and sister. No. You can do anything and everything. If you love your country, so alive, awake, stop not until the goal achieved. Bharat Mata ki Jai. Thank you. I study nursery B class. My school name is Amrita Vidyalayam. मैं आप सभी को स्वामी विवेकानंद के बारे में कुछ बताना चाहता हूँ। उनका कहना था संघर्ष जितना कठिन होगा
जी उतनी ही शानदार होगी। धन्यवाद।
Om Namah Shivaya. My name is Saisi Diksha. Today is National Youth Day, birthday of Swami Vivekananda. He is the youth icon of India. He says, whatever you think that you will be. If you think you are weak, you will be weak. If you think you are strong, you will be strong. You are the creator of your destiny. Thank you.
मेरा प्यारे मेरे दोस्तों, आज मैं आपको स्वामी विवेकानंद जी के ऊपर कुछ लाइनें बोलने जा रहा हूँ। सोचो तो कमजोर बनोगे, सोचो तो महान बनोगे। कहा तो परम ज्ञानी ने, उसका नाम था विवेकानंद, जिसने बताया प्रभु हमारे अंदर है, मानवता ही हमसे सबसे बड़ा धर्म है, उसका नाम है विवेकानंद। धन्यवाद। आपका दिन शुभ होए।
Om Namah Shivaya. My name is Dak Harwar. My school name is Amrita Vidyalam. I study in nursery D. अच्छे चरित्र का निर्माण हजारों ठोकर खाने के बाद ही होता है। Thank you. जय हिंद।
Om Namah Shivaya. My name is Ishamri Rathod. I am studying nursery D. My class teacher name is Poonam ma'am. My school name is Amrita Vidya. I am 4 years old. Today I am Swami Vivekananda. Good morning, brother and sister. I am Swami Vivekananda. My real name is Narendranath Dutt. I am born in Kolkata. My true name is Ramkrishna Paramhans. My birthday is celebrated as National Youth Day. My dear friend, as you will care, as you will become, you are the creator of own destiny. Awake, alive, and stop not until the goal is reached. Jai Hind.